Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime 4 Podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Ross. Alex.
And this episode is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
No, audience.
Audience.
No plural.
Audience.
There's one woman over there.
It's a woman, guys. Believe us. Just believe us.
Yes. You might hear her on the mic. I don't know.
You'll hear disapproval.
Right?
All right. So, Ross.
Judgment.
What's up?
I'm giving you another reason to hate Kanye today.
Yep, okay.
Kanye's Sunday service, you know, his weird church cult thing that he's been doing?
Church cult, yep.
Yeah.
They did Nirvana covers.
Yes, I heard.
Okay, you already heard. Okay. Did you enjoy it, Chris?
I didn't listen.
Did you watch? Did you listen?
The thing is I listened to what I thought was a cover, and it was just...
It was actually Kurt Cobain?
No.
Okay.
No,
right.
like, I meant cover. I mean...
You don't have to laugh, by the way.
Right. I meant...
Yes,
Right.
you are allowed to laugh, but you don't have to force it.
Right.
You're not getting paid. So.
I listened
talk
to
to
what I
Chris.
thought was the album, and it turned out to be like a track of like just Snoop Dogg vocals
Really?
over a banjo
For
for 40 minutes straight, and it was like...
Is this like a LimeWire thing or something?
It was on YouTube. It was a YouTube link, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to listen to this album because at least I'd have a stance on it." And then it's like fucking Snoop Dogg and banjos
You
for
thought
30
that
minutes.
was the new Kanye album. That's
Just got
you do
fucking...
realize that it's not gonna happen. It's gonna get
So we dump
gonna
that?
get-
That was last
Shelved.
year, Black Friday, wasn't it?
Black
Yeah.
Friday 2018. Mm-hmm. We were
Bryce.
supposed to have Yandy.
Are we
Yeah.
gonna
What
dump
was
that
the toy?
Yavana then?
Yavana? Yes.
Yavana.
Yes, we should. We should do it. Do you guys remember, since you mentioned LimeWire, do you guys remember back in the day when you had your LimeWire or Kazaa, if you're probably Ross? Basic bitch?
I never
I was
used
gonna say,
LimeWire or Kazaa.
What did you use?
Bear
I just
share?
BitTorrented for like...
Yeah, you did. You were
You
way
were
ahead.
ahead of the wave.
game. That's
Fuck
right.
yeah.
I remember that. Do you remember, though, when you tried to Oh, never mind. When you purchased songs that you downloaded.
There you go.
And then you listened to them, and they were just like weird remixes, like
Or
random
like
remixes
the
and shit.
Soulja Boy, when he was coming out with the Superman song or whatever, you download like 50 Cent in the club, and it'd be Soulja Boy's tracks and shit like that, just mislabeled. And you were super disappointed, but you kept it because you're like, this is kind of catchy, I guess.
That's actually a pretty good tactic for back in the day.
For sure.
Like, I'm going to get my name out there. I'm going to put all these torrents of
I mean,
my
he even
shit
says
music.
his name in the song, so you'll figure out who
Right?
he is.
Yeah.
You, Soulja. I was like, shit. But I'm not going to stop it, though. So,
I think that's why rappers said their names in the songs, because they just like mislabel themselves on purpose.
that's kind of cool, but also...
Maybe they all sounded the same. Do you know
Also-
the story behind that?
Jesus.
No, I don't. Also, the dynamic between like
That's not racist.
SoundCloud rappers, right?
Bleep that, Ross.
SoundCloud rappers that are like, you already know who it is. I'm like,
Yeah, yes.
Nah, I
yes.
don't.
That's what I was wondering,
don't.
like, when there was the transition, like, because E40, he lets you know.
Yes,
Drake-
Every single verse, he lets you know it's E40. It's E40 water.
40 water.
yeah.
Drake sounds like
Yeah.
he'd be the person who'd be like, you already know who this is kind of guy.
Yeah.
He's probably the person that could do it, but he's still Drizzy. I'm like,
Oh, God.
What's Chris Brown's name?
Chris Brown.
Breezy.
Breezy.
Yeah, he has a nickname?
Yeah, Drew Brees.
Yeah, it's called.
And it's not something?
No. Oh, God.
It's not
All
fighting
right. That's
related.
what
Even
is
though
that?
she-
5 minutes, 38 seconds.
I mean,
That-
the joke that Ross made was a.
he called him a battering.
Yes, it was the joke about
The
Chris
batterer.
Brown
Yeah,
beating
yeah.
the shit out of Rihanna. I don't know
Jesus.
if the audience got it. Singular audience. Did you get it?
I wasn't listening. I'm sorry.
There you go.
What the fuck?
See? You can say
Definitely
whatever you
not
want to.
paid. I was thinking maybe a little Caesar's $5 pizza, but
Right?
now nothing. Taking it away.
Back to that.
Alex, what
Yes.
were you gonna say? You were
I
gonna say
think
something.
that Kanye thinks he's a living legend like Kurt Cobain is why. So hear me out on this. So
Yeah.
if you remember his, he had a feature in Schoolboy Q's song "That Part" where he says "Walk and live in legend," right?
That part.
Cobain, right? It's
So where's he living now again?
so we just have to
He still lives in L.A. He just has a property.
Yeah,
in
where's that
Wyoming.
property? Wyoming.
Wyoming.
I think the last dose of counterculture Wyoming had was probably Nirvana, so that's probably
Think so?
I didn't even think
He's just
about that
appealing
aspect
to
just move out there and
local
absorb
audience.
the culture.
Yeah. So some other news in hip hop that I read about this week is that Dre and Eminem are in the studio working together again.
Nobody wants it.
And remember, you should fuck off.
Nobody wants
Remember Devin Sawa when we talked about his great movies?
Yep.
Yeah.
He tweeted,
I just seen a great movie of his.
singular audience, Devin Sawa is the actor that played Stan in the Eminem music video.
Yeah.
Okay, she understands. And
She understands.
he tweeted that he'd hate to be Lord Jamar knowing Em and Dre are in the studio again. So there may be a Lord Jamar diss. I don't know why there would be.
What's crazy?
But maybe.
What's crazy is when I say nobody wants this, I really mean it in almost every sense of the word. I want to hear it sonically, but there's a lot of people that still need to be dissed that are still out there. So I want to see what type of...
What if it's not a diss? What if it's not dissy?
This is Eminem we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Like there are things to address.
Yes, I suppose.
Like there
I
are
suppose.
for sure. And then two, I think there's a lot of shit going on because Dre was talking shit. Remember when they had that college scandal or whatever when they were paying for their kids to get in? Dre had all the smoke for that shit still. I know he probably has more smoke for the Jay-Z and the billionaire shit too, and how everybody was talking shit after he got his deal off the beats, and there's a lot of shit to be talked about. So I think there is definitely gonna be some disses on that one.
Okay. Oh my God! If they start dissing Jay-Z, that would be fucking the pinnacle. That would be like.
It would be East
that would be
versus
like.
West again, my guy.
Yeah, yeah, kinda.
Speaking of
Spark that
Jay-Z, did
Okay.
you see who's playing the Super Bowl?
No,
I think
that already.
Shakira and J-Lo.
Shut up.
Oh,
yes.
Shakira and
Shakira
J-Lo.
First one produced by Rock Nation.
Wow, that's not at all what I was expecting. At
What
all.
were you expecting?
He was hoping for Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I was hoping for
No,
I
it's too soon. It's too soon
I was
after
for
the deal.
sure. I was for sure thinking it was gonna be a rapper of some sort.
Well,
No way.
J-Lo's kind of...
Pop does way better, I bet. at
Whoa,
the
she's
NFL.
still Jenny from the block. I mean, she could probably throw it on a bar,
There's room for guests or whatever.
Yeah.
The year that they did
Yeah,
Bruno
guest
Mars
versus and shit.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Bruno
Justin
Mars
Timberlake.
Red
Oh
Hot
yeah,
Chili-
that was Travis Scott's gonna be there, right?
Oh God.
Bruh, I don't even know still who Travis Scott is fully yet.
He's the
I know,
guy who did
3
Astroworld and cheated with his streams.
Well, he's actually going to be doing a second music festival. It's rumored, Astroworld too. And I know they're going to have tons of fucking merchandise that hype beasts are going to be nuts over. So I mean, if I can, if it stops anywhere near here, I think we should all invest $40 in a t-shirt. That'll be $400 in 2 weeks because the cereal boxes went crazy too. So that'd be the only reason I go to a Travis Scott thing is to...
Would we want to flip them right away though?
Oh, no, you got to sit on them for a little bit because you have
A
to...
month.
Yeah.
Well, okay, sure. We'll see.
All those people with FOMO, they're gonna want to, buy the shirt and say, "Yeah, I was there, man."
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
For
Sure, dude.
Heck yeah. That's
So-
how it works.
So, Adian, do you have anything you want to bring up for hip hop? Do you want us to talk about any topic at all? That's not Donald Trump. Speaking of Donald Trump, we got a lot of fucking politics
All right,
going on.
let's go.
Start them up, boys.
Let's go.
Rev the
Right
engines.
now. Right now.
Adian, you're in for a trip that you won't
I
appreciate.
heard that Donald Trump's in the studio with Dr. Dre right now.
Oh, God. No, we do not.
Whoa. If anything, he's over there recording at Kanye's Utah ranch, right?
Probably.
Yeah. We don't
Ooh, if
we don't
there's a
need to
Trump
get into
feature
it.
on that album.
We don't need to get into
Trump
politics.
feature.
A lot.
I
A
was
lot.
gonna say politics. They're saying that they're gonna impeach the president, and everybody's losing their shit because they don't want the vice president to step.
That's true.
Pence.
That's worse. You get fucked worse by the vice president.
Yeah, it's
that. Everybody knew from election time that was an insurance.
That was the
program.
fallback guy, yeah.
they're like, nope. Not the insurance guy.
Yeah, it's like whenever a CEO does like a major change to a company, they always step down to a lower position so the new CEO can. So they take all the blowback for the company.
Yep.
Then a new CEO is appointed, and then everybody's like, okay, fine, new leadership, whatever.
Right.
And then it's like fucking Trump, and then it's Mike Pence. It's like, okay, guys, we had a bad run.
All right.
I still hate gays, but we had a bad run.
So you're saying that CEOs
gays and
will
X-Men.
appoint somebody else who they secretly tell to run the company a certain way just to take the brunt of everything?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, maybe.
No way.
Scapegoat.
Yeah, it's all about scapegoats and
That's
stuff.
Capitalism.
Yeah, you want your public image to be, high, but not like the GOP gives a shit about that
CEO
right
nostalgia.
now. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
You remember back in the day when Bill Gates was the CEO of Microsoft?
Man.
The good old days. So we might get into the politics later once we bring it up again.
For sure.
Nintendo this week turned 130 years old. Mm-hmm. Did you know that they originally sold cards?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I saw the article and I read the article.
Yeah,
Because video games weren't around
like-
130
I think
years.
they
What?
still sell cards actually, over in Japan.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bruh.
Like playing cards and
God
stuff.
Damn it.
Like playing
that's
cards and
smoke.
stuff.
You think so? They probably do. I know they have merchandise for everything.
Because I swear I saw that they still have an original design of card decks they had back then that they sell or something.
Yeah, I
like
think that also during Reconstruction and the Korean War and stuff, I think they were actually big on just supplying those efforts. That's how a lot of
a lot of companies got forced into that
Japan
shit.
got shit on in World War II. Then Korean War, they helped bring resources there and got a ton of money for that. And then Korea got shit on during the Korean War. And then Vietnam happened, and their
know how
economy
that
started
went.
booming.
Hey, Adian, do you know how Vietnam War went? Went bad.
Capital B.
Capital B.
With a
It
B.
went
Whoa,
bad.
the only
For the history lesson.
the only country to win every major engagement in a war but still lose.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. Because it's not about who punches last. It's about the court of public opinion. Mm-hmm. If you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead. That's how it goes.
Thanks, Nixon.
I am not a crook.
Yeah, it turns out it was.
You're right.
Go figure.
You're a crook and a bastard.
So Trump's a crook. We know that. Well, no, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So Xbox owners don't get access to the Spec Ops mode of Modern Warfare, the new release, for a whole year because the PS4 owners have exclusivity for a whole year for that. And we already talked about exclusivity in gaming, Ross. The Spec Ops
So it's like PlayStation hate for me. It just starts going up slowly.
Yeah, they're doing good, dude. They're doing real good. So they get to buy those things like exclusivity. But it's so weird. Have we ever had that happen in a game before?
Where
it
a
was
mode's
just
exclusive?
a fucking mode? Yeah.
Well, eventually it's gonna be this expansion is exclusive for a year to this thing, and it'd be what?
Yeah, it's going to be like the zombies of Call of Duty.
They have to pull together and keep each other alive, though. Because we talked about that previously, too, how console gaming versus PC versus mobile gaming is definitely going the way.
Well, yeah, they try to stick together when they're in their death throes to try to keep each other afloat and to stop newcomers from coming in.
Yeah.
But the person who's always on top always says no to everybody. They always just do their own thing. They're like, fuck you, we don't care if you die. We're on the up right now.
Unless you're Microsoft.
And then when they're down, they'll be like, hey guys, we kind of could use some help right now. Nintendo's doing really good.
Just
and
kidding,
then
honestly.
shit like that goes back and forth.
the only reason Apple survives because
Yeah,
Microsoft
Sony's
invested
doing
in it.
all this now, but let's say that
You got a messed up eyebrow again.
let's say
God
that
dang, jeez.
let's say that their PlayStation,
close
their
to
their video game sales
fine.
also start taking a tumble, because that's the only thing propping the company up. When they fall on hard times, Microsoft and Sony, or Microsoft and Nintendo, they're not gonna give them a hand up. They're just gonna start churning butter. You know what I'm
think
saying?
so?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think.
sure.
Think about it, because they survived a whole generation with the PS3 failing.
Yeah, but they had,
Xbox survived, but
That's
they
when
had so much money.
They had revenue from other.
they had
revenue
other
streams
things
still
making
back
them money.
then.
Now
Their
it's to the
laptops
point
don't-
where only pretty much only PS4 is making them money. That's why they're going out of TVs and stuff. And all kinds of other
Laptops.
stuff
They
right
still
now.
they still have Sony Pictures. They still have the production company. So their deal with Marvel to
Which
share
they already pissed
Spider-Man.
people off just recently.
But they don't care. Like, as long as that
Right.
Spider-Man comes out, spoiler alert, they've made up, and Spider-Man 3 is coming out. We'll talk about that later.
They just needed to renegotiate the numbers.
They renegotiated, yeah.
Since when? I didn't
Since
see that on any
today.
news.
I saw it
I've seen
today.
it.
Oh,
yeah.
I slept in till like 4 today. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
What a
Just
goddamn
how late did you
animal.
stay up last night eating fucking cheeseburgers?
4:30.
You were
That
eating
ain't that late.
cheeseburgers,
Four, that's
too?
like 11 and a half
12
hours.
Nods his head.
And then he comes in, he's like, oh, I kind of got a fucking headache today.
Oh, shit.
Probably because you were dead. Can you imagine that with your sleep apnea, though?
I don't have sleep
11
apnea.
well, you
Yo,
do.
I have sleep apnea.
It's just
You damn sure
undiagnosed.
Like if
sleep
I'm waking
apnea.
up during the night, I'm not noticing.
You're
Well,
a big
yeah,
you're a
that's-
big guy, Ross. All big guys have it. It's just undiagnosed.
That's not true, actually.
And then you could
That
die.
is 100% true.
I don't know.
It's not. but
We're not
whatever.
doctors. I'm fat shaming Ross right now.
None of us are doctors.
Have you? I tried a CPAP. Like, I'm not prescribed, so I probably fucked up.
It's sweet.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It is so hard. I stopped using it after like 3 nights, I think.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, you eventually get used to it, but it's like it does what it does. It forces you to breathe.
Yeah.
So you have to take a breath in when it wants you to take a breath in. And if you're like exhaling too long, they're like, nope, put it back in. Put it back in. It's like slow breath, and you're like, ooh, guess not. Ooh, guess not. And it's like, you have to breathe when that fucking machine wants you to, and that's what it does. It like forces you to breathe in a specific rhythm, and then when you fall asleep, and then it's working for you, and it's like scares the shit out of you.
Or if they're like adjustable, like the fancier
Some of them
Yeah.
like titrate or whatever.
Yeah.
But the thing
They had
is,
different
it's like-
modes and shit.
Yeah, like I was sleeping with one on my fucking nose, right?
Do you do a nose one?
Well, I don't have one myself.
I've seen the
yet.
full mask
Yeah.
ones and
Yeah.
I've seen the nose ones.
Do you have Ernest old one?
No, okay, so
I used my
recently
stepdad's old
I had
one.
a sleep study done, and they're like, we'll wake you up if we need to put the CPAP on. And I'm like, cool. I pray to God that they wake me up, because the only thing that'll get rid of the snoring if they don't wake me up is surgery. So I'm like,
Do you snore bad?
oh, terrible.
Okay.
Like you can probably, if I was sleeping out here, you could probably hear me in your house. That's how bad.
That's too much.
True story. I can attest to that.
Yeah. So like I'm sleeping with this shit on my nose, and it's like a continuous pressure wave, so you can breathe in just fine, but like breathing out is a little bit harder. And since I only had it on my nose, like I accidentally opened my mouth while I was sleeping, and this huge gust of air was just shooting out.
What the
Fucking
fuck?
slobber all of my dick.
Oh, dude. I would just eat onions and stuff and just right in someone's face. Just
Oh, God.
Continue tunnel.
I had the
breath.
full face mask when I did it.
That's
Can you
that's
imagine
kinda
in winter though when they're like clogged up and shit though? That sounds awful.
fun. Yeah.
It just pushes all the snot, like forces it into your lungs, and you get what is it? Pneumonia, and then you die.
Well, I was gonna say, don't a lot of them have?
That's what ammonia does. Kills them. Or pneumonia, excuse me, with a P.
I didn't vote Republican.
Not ammonia.
So
Yeah.
A lot of them have
I
like
mean,
where
ammonia
it's
would.
yeah.
Do it too.
Peace stuff.
built-in like humidifier type thing. A lot of
They
them
have 'em.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the prescription is pretty much get one, but the prescription is like the doctor adjusting it to what you actually need, the pressure, the humidity, or whatever and shit. So
Yeah.
if you wake up a lot in the middle of the night and you're not breathing, or you wake up from not breathing, you have sleep apnea probably. So you need to go get it.
And
Yeah.
some people have sleep apnea that don't wake up at night noticeably either.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No one's ever told me when I'm sleeping that I like seem like I'm not breathing.
Well, it's you. I mean, you
Does he
probably figured
snore?
it out.
No,
Well-
there's people around me all the time when I'm sleeping.
I figure that
I
you
sleep
either
on the
wake
couch
up
sometimes,
because
so-
you can't breathe or you have to piss. Like those are the two options,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
I can't even sleep on my back anymore.
Acid
I
reflux.
sleep on my
bitch.
back.
No, I wake myself up all the
No.
time from not breathing. So.
Really? Well, I guess I'm better off than you guys.
For
Yeah,
sure.
maybe. Fat fuck, still fat.
Okay.
Well, Roddy strengthened his lungs up by sleeping on his like face down for like how many years?
I used to sleep like this.
Oh yeah, I did too. Can't do that
fucking-
anymore.
Well, that was because I was in wrestling. You don't want to get pinned, you know.
Bruh.
So you sleep.
It's
what?
all. It's a mindset. You sleep.
with your ass up and your face on the mat.
It's a mindset, whatever.
What? Well,
This
what? If you don't want to get pinned, why are you face down on the ground?
You're never on your back.
Oh, but
It took you that long to figure that out.
I guess.
like turtle.
Well, you kept saying pinning, and
yeah.
I'm like, someone's gonna pin you.
Been the tail on
Yeah.
that donkey.
Are you saying I'm gonna sleep wrestle?
Well, what's the
I don't know, dude.
something about something Rick something.
Oh god.
snap.
Let's give people like tranquilizers and have them wrestle. That could be like a new sport.
Bruh.
What?
I'm just saying.
Sleepwalkers that you put them in a room together and they see what happens.
Ew, that'd be gross.
So this one I kind of don't want to talk about, so I'm gonna do it anyway.
Boom.
20,000 Fallout 76 armor helmets were recalled due to mold exposure, spelled incorrectly on our notes. And I don't fault them for this because Bethesda's not responsible for like the manufacturing.
Apparently,
of
it's
these.
not the ones that came with the special edition. Even it's ones that GameStop was selling for them.
See, then it's more on GameStop than it would even be
Yeah.
Bethesda. Like pinning it on Fallout 76 itself is shitty, I guess, because Bethesda really has nothing to do with it. They license it, manufacturer makes it, distributed by a distributor like GameStop. They have nothing to do with it. They don't store
Does
them.
it just have humidity issues that when you're breathing in it, it like can have mold happen or something?
I'm assuming no. It says due to mold exposure.
Okay,
so it's
so
been
wherever they were
exposed
storing
to-
it was
Well, that's
probably
even worse.
Yeah, can you imagine
Storing
that?
it or
Probably when they shipped it over from China, you know,
A helmet
And
Oh,
those
yeah.
little crates
with
or
mold
whatever.
in it.
those storage crates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you
Comes
get
over in a-
pneumonia and then
in
you
a
die.
Yep.
Yeah.
and that's traveling across the sea in that can for like a 2 weeks.
Yep,
3
and there's
weeks or
mice
something like
shit
that.
in it and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, mice shit. in
No
those.
way.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you can
absolutely,
sometimes
dude.
get
My
like
shit
insects. You can get like snakes and just.
China's
all
got to
sorts
be
of-
like the biggest user of those like silicone gel packets for things because of like
To fucking
having to
dry
ship
it
stuff
out.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Easily.
Makes sense.
Easily.
says do not eat, but
Man's got to eat.
figure eating one of them.
Figure eating one of them. So I just wanted to talk about also. Did you guys watch the Emmys at all?
No. I don't watch mainstream TV.
I don't watch award
Audience,
shows.
did you watch the Emmys?
I did not.
Because you cringed at him a little bit, like he did, and he's lying.
No, we don't have cable,
Okay.
Yeah.
so we don't go out of our way to watch things like
Exactly.
Okay.
You got to cut the
Fair
cord,
enough.
my guy.
You didn't miss
Fair
much.
enough.
Right?
that. I feel like I get everything that I need to from Facebook, from everybody else talking about it. So.
Yeah.
There you go.
Videos.
We need to have you on the podcast at some point.
The use.
You have
the
to.
YouTube.
We have
Technically-
3 single guys currently on here that need to ask a woman, the only questions that a woman can answer.
Right?
And that would be funny as hell because I'd ask the dumbest shit. She agreed. This
There we
is
go.
now a contract.
Yep. Contractually obligated.
Verbal contract.
Well, now you order the
Those
pizza
don't
now.
hold up in court.
We'll see.
The court of public opinion.
There we go.
So remember when we talked about Game of Thrones and how shitty the 8th season did allegedly?
Yeah.
I walked that back a little bit. They did not win an Emmy for writing this season.
They won
no
other
shit.
ones, but I think
Yeah.
that-
For directing or writing, they did not win it. But
Which
Game of
makes
Thrones
sense.
won other Emmys though.
I think they did. Well, they were up for a ton of them.
Oh,
That's
I
why
bet. I bet they were fishing with the last season. HBO needed that.
Like a lot of people were surprised they were up by for so many, but then they didn't win the director or writing ones, and everyone's just like, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Well, they were
Yeah,
up
I
for
guess
so
that
many
makes
because people feel sorry for them because it was not good.
I wonder if any of them won. Acting.
Did you hear that Jon Snow still hasn't even watched the last season?
I did hear about that, and it makes
He went
perfect
into
sense.
rehab because he can't like put it down. So like, why would he go
Jeez.
back in? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. That's sad.
It's fucking crazy.
oh yeah, dude.
We talked about him. He will get a job eventually, I'm sure.
Once people stop calling him Jon Snow, then he'll get a job.
Right.
So you're saying never?
Right? That's his first at least 4 or 5 jobs. Are
I
gonna
thought
be
I saw he's
watched
going to be
because
in
of
that Marvel Eternals thing or whatever.
It's possible.
I know the other guy's in it. I thought they said he was going to
Richard
be in it too,
Madden.
but I could be wrong.
The thing
That would be
is,
cool. That would be cool if they got jobs again.
Picking a character role that has 0 parallels with the shit that you played before.
He
is
was in
probably gonna
Silent
be
Hill
difficult.
too.
It's true.
Hell yeah, dude. He was in Silent Hill too. With Sean Bean.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. Great
And the
movie.
triangle head, dude.
Yup.
Pyramid head. That
Yeah,
dude.
Pyramid Head. It was the
There,
Pyramid
did you?
Man, holy shit.
No, I'm not going to talk about her.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. I think Ross knows about this, but he probably forgot Did I ever tell you about that girl that had like the triangle head guy was her like fetish?
Oh, Pyramid Head?
Pyramid head was her kink or whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I'm like, still gonna do it.
Bryce has the costume in his closet. You never got to use it.
Just waiting.
It's like on Foggy Days, he walks outside, dragging the sword behind him.
With a cardboard box, like in some fucking shitty triangle over my head. Just a fat pyramid head with a cardboard box.
You get halfway down the driveway.
Yeah.
Thor, get back in the house.
So, did you guys know that? Did you guys hear about the Dave Chapelle thing? Did any of you watch the new Netflix special?
Yes,
I didn't watch
yes. You talking about the one with Juicy Smoothie?
Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah.
Which one was it then?
The most recent one.
I think I watched it.
I haven't watched
He
it.
was
It
in
came
like
on within the last month or
a
two.
olive one-piece jumpsuit.
No, that's not the newest one.
I don't.
Yeah, that is.
I don't have Netflix, so
Shit.
It's the one that's on the front page of Netflix when you log in.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
pretty.
jumpsuit
I'm
one.
pretty sure I watched it. No, it's not jumpsuit one.
The one where it starts out with him walking and it's got like Morgan Freeman narrating or something like that.
That's the narration for all of them. Morgan Freeman did the narration for all of them. It's like a set of them.
Is it really?
Yeah.
There's multiple ones on Netflix they did. Remember, he's got the.
So they just use that
Deal.
still as the bumper for
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
He had a 2-part one that came out first.
Yep.
Yep.
I remember those being okay.
I watched both those at once.
This okay. So no, this is definitely it. This is definitely the one that I watched because it was. So what did you think about it?
Ideally, it's par for the course with Dave Chapelle. And it was funny, and I laughed at it. And there were some very good social points that he was making at the same time.
He's gonna say some inflammatory shit and see how people react
Well,
to it.
right.
the thing was, he did a lot of stuff that he normally doesn't do, I would say. And his jokes were in today's climate. If you're easily offended, turn the podcast off because I'm going to be talking to some nasties. But he talked about like he made a lot of gay jokes, transgender jokes.
Yeah.
He made a lot of racial jokes, and then he even prefaced it. Like, I think he made, like, a crazy Asian accent and prefaced it by his, my wife is Asian. And then he prefaced, like, the gay jokes and the transgender thing. He's like, I got a lot of gay friends. And, like that. He did that. And I'm like, so the equivalent would be me going on stage and, like, I got a couple black friends. I got a black joke for you. And then I tell a black
I
joke.
see what you're saying.
The thing
Right.
is with Dave Chapelle though, he's always
Still
been
funny,
making those jokes. He has always been doing that, and to see him in the face of what happened to Kevin Hart, where he wouldn't even host a show because some shit he said 40 billion years ago, that came back to bite him in the ass. Right, wrong, or indifferent. It's just like Dave Chapelle is going to be Dave Chapelle, and I enjoyed that part probably.
I forgot the other shit that he did. It gets worse. You remember the Michael Jackson accuser thing or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, he pretty much called them liars, and he said even if it was true, like you should be like grateful because you were fucked by like the king or whatever.
The king of pop.
Yeah, the king of pop. Like people, and that one was kind of iffy. What was the other one that he said that was really fucking bad?
Am I the only
He did
one,
the Michael Jackson
Am
one.
I the only one who thinks he's trying too hard to be like George Carlin now?
I don't really consider him in the lane of George Carlin.
A lot of social commentary coming out recently.
I mean, a lot of social commentary, but like, there's no duplicating George Carlin. Like the thing that, and he.
That's why I said trying.
Yeah, it was like he was a very matter of fact. His cadence was different, just conversational humor.
Okay,
I don't think Dave Chappelle's close to that.
I do got a quote of one of the things that he said during the stand-up.
Shit.
And I did laugh. I laughed. I just laughed reading it. So this is bad. You got to watch him do it.
Yeah.
But for an example, he said, if somebody came up to me like, Dave, Chris Brown just beat up Rihanna, I'd be like, well, what did she do?
Oh, jeez.
Dave, Michael Jackson was molesting children. Well, what were those kids wearing at the time?
So, this thing right now, right? Dave Chappelle says that, right? And people have feelings about that. And this is going to get political a little bit. We have the president of our country saying things that are arguably in the same vein as this shit that Dave Chappelle's saying. And no one's saying anything about that. And I think
people
that's...
are saying it's like Drake fans. Like, you can say all you want, people are still gonna defend it.
Just saying,
Right.
Trump's wall isn't the one he's building; it's the one that his fans put in front of him.
Right. For sure. And I definitely... I don't know. I'm not saying Dave Chappelle should be able to say what he wants. I'm saying that socially, he had some very good points, and it was a funny special to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading more of the quotes. He did call it. He's like, he even said it's like a shit time to be a comedian right now. Like, you can't say anything after this. I'll get canceled or some shit. He said, like,
Yeah, but he started the special with a joke that said something about, I do impressions.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, duh. You better not do anything wrong, because I don't care if it was now or 20 years ago, duh. I'll have your career for it. Who was I doing an impression of? You, the fucking audience. Y'all are the fucking worst. And I'm like, yo, that was really honest of him. And to start off with something like that before giving even more raw shit was a very Chappelle move.
Overall, I enjoyed it. I've enjoyed all of his stand-up so far on Netflix. This one was obviously more edgy, and he did that questionable shit like, I have an Asian wife. It's like, you don't need to say that. Like, just do the jokes. You're a comedian, whatever. But it's like, in now and age, with like the sensitivity and stuff, you're going to offend somebody. Like, there's no doubt about it.
But Dave Chappelle, in our era, if you think about it, not too long ago, Dave Chappelle was on, I guess John Mayer has a podcast or a show or something like that.
Of course he does. How can we compete with fucking John Mayer now?
Right?
The fuck?
John Mayer has done some questionable shit too. But Dave Chappelle's on this show and they're
Like,
introducing...
fuck thousands of women.
Well, I'll have to show you after. What? He did some super questionable shit.
Okay.
You'd be like, wow, how don't I remember this?
Yep.
But, Dave Chappelle was on that show and he introduced one of the acts on that show. He's like, this is probably the gayest, like, something. And this dude was like pissed off about it. He tweeted about it right away.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle pretty much stood his ground and was like, yo, I said what I said. I'm not apologizing for this shit. And the dude actually apologized to Chappelle. He was like, man, I was getting too butthurt. This is dumb. I shouldn't have got this butthurt over this comment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the only person I've seen in this era come into a situation where it's social justice, and have the person apologize to him. Like, that's just gangster.
I mean,
to me.
he jokes a lot about white people, and he calls us the whites. And like, whenever he addresses us, and
I'm laughing at that.
Yeah, I think it's funny too. like because you can't do that if you're white.
Yeah, no, you.
Well, I could say the whites, like, I don't give a shit, but the other one,
right? The thing is, like,
right, Audion?
Right.
Yeah, she'd cancel us.
permanently. But the thing is like, no matter what it is, and like, you know, I might have said before, with this Trump situation, with this Dave Chappelle situation, with this Up at Arms for Social Justice, at least people are having the conversation now, whereas they were not before. I don't necessarily agree with people's viewpoint, but I'm happy that they're comfortable enough to actually get out and share their viewpoint on some shit.
Yeah.
And do I think this is going to ever do anything? Maybe 20, 30, 40 years down the road, but at least we're talking about the shit and it's not some public secret, you know?
Trump don't have the comedian excuse, though.
Nah, because that...
All right, here it is. Politics.
is
Let's go.
not
We'll
funny.
go for just a teeny bit.
Nosedive.
This week's going to be a short episode because we don't care. Let's talk about Donald Julius Trump.
Trump.
Julius.
What's his middle name?
I don't know. It could be.
Holy
Starts with
shit.
J. It's probably Yosef.
Probably could be, or James.
Julius.
Jerk off, dude.
Let's ask Dave Chapelle. I'm sure
That
he can
sounds
figure
Russian.
it out.
Yeah.
Ask Ye. He's probably knows all the guys' stuff.
Right?
Yep. Dave's fucking SNL monologue though that he did. That's probably like, that's the best thing I've seen from him in a long time.
Which thing was that?
He did a long when he first came back. He did an SNL monologue
I think I heard
for
about
like
that.
the first time, and it was really fucking good, really good.
Is that on the episode with the Negan thing and everything? And
Yeah, and that's where he's like, let's give Trump a chance, and then like later on, he walked it back.
Yeah.
He woke it up, and
it
fucking
back.
but pulled it back.
Fucking woke.
Yep. But anyway, so Donald Trump, he's doing fishy shit. Pelosi was like, hey, we're actually doing impeachment inquiries, which doesn't mean impeachment.
Yep.
It means impeachment investigation, which means Trump will be out of fucking office before anything's done about it.
Probably.
Yeah.
The thing is,
It's the end of 2020. They're not even starting the
Do you
inquiry.
think he's gonna come back for another 4 years?
Yeah, he is. 'Cause that's,
I think for sure he is.
That's the plan.
The thing
master
is,
plan.
if he doesn't, I'm almost curious to see what other shit is out there that's worse than this. Because it's only gonna get worse before it gets better, in my opinion.
Oh
You
yeah.
could.
Oh no. The thing is, he's never going to give up the office because if a Democrat ever gets in, you know how many people are going to hang for what they've done in the last 4 years?
Probably not at all.
How quickly
Not at
can
all.
that happen with them? Like, because they
Not
did
at all.
that
They
little
control the
quick-
Senate. They can
yeah.
only do shit through the House.
I don't know. Just about every best friend of Trump's ended up getting some sort
But
of
if
charge
you-
for like
but-
doing illegal things.
It would have been a lot more if that guy wouldn't have been killed in jail too. I bet dollars to donuts.
But
it
the
would've been a lot
thing
more.
is, if someone that's corrupt doesn't control the DOJ, indictments start actually happening for this shit.
Yeah, but remember how the
makes
people
sense.
are appointed for life? He appointed people that are appointed for life.
Yeah.
Oh,
They-
you
they
mean
gotta
like,
get-
stacking the Supreme Court? Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta get put down. Otherwise, they gotta be not.
I took that
knew
from
exactly
Yeah.
what you meant.
I meant like discharged
Well, you
or
can pack the court.
disbarred,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, he packed the court.
Well, no,
that's
packing the
what
court
it's
means
Packed
that
it.
there's no limit to how
Stacked.
many justices can be at any time. It's just that they're like, well, we'll just stay at 13 is kind of the status quo.
Oh, and then they're
At
like,
one
JK, we're
point
going
in
to
the-
26.
At one point in
right?
the 1800s,
13.
there were over 30 people on the Supreme Court.
That'd be cool.
Jeez.
Just a heads up.
That'd be cool. So anyway, we talked about the master plan that they have. It's like, imagine if the GOP like had someone like in charge, like a president, that actually did all that stuff, but was smart enough to not get caught and do it better. That's why you don't vote Mitch Romney, people. Don't vote Romney, okay?
Jesus.
Because he's smart, okay?
Talking about mittens.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm an adult and I'm actually paying attention to this shit, but like since the Clinton era, Billy, William.
Bill.
Billy the Kid.
I have not heard of so many fucking simultaneous investigations going on at the same time. I hear there's an investigation involving Joe Biden now. Like,
That Trump requested from the Ukrainian president.
yeah, I'm like,
Biden
what the
to be
fuck
investigated.
is, like, what is this?
For those of you who may not know, Biden was a vice president to Obama. Biden is also a corporate Democrat. So he is the Republican Democrat,
Yeah.
He's
essentially.
slightly left of center, slightly right of center, actually.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like a Clinton Democrat, basically.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So he would be more of the same, and
He'd be a year 2000 Republican.
pretty much, yeah. So I think we're in for a huge shit show.
That's why I said it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
People were only talking about, like, people were mad that they weren't impeaching for all the shit that he said on TV. They need proof. They're not going to go for any impeachment inquiry until they actually have proof of something.
Yeah.
And that was the whistleblower. Because when you go for an impeachment, you're crying wolf as a senator or whatever, and then you could just commit career suicide.
Yeah.
It's like Trump said this shit on TV. And it's like me saying right now on the podcast, I killed 15 women in 2007. At me. And then people are like, "Well, he fucking said that."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Oh, it's joking."
Yep.
Yeah, where's
And
the
then,
proof? Yeah.
where's the proof, bitch? You ain't got nothing on me.
What's crazy is like
You ain't never gonna find
this
those
is
15
this is the same country that is indicting rap
Ross, tweet
artists
that.
over songs. You guilty, bro? This is the same country that's indicting rappers over rap lyrics. Like, where's the fucking line? Like,
Who did that?
This is the country where they
Like-
set up mics inside of a studio to like catch people talking about
In
what
in
kind
bathrooms.
what kind of shit they've been up to, and then they just arrest
Exactly.
them. Like in DC, where they offered out the studio time or whatever, and people were talking their business.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that got shut down quick though.
Yeah,
Because
but
that was
still.
entrapment. Which was a great fucking movie starring Catherine Zeta-Jones and the master of acting, Sean Connery.
Sir Sean Connery, isn't he?
Also starring. Who,
like, oh,
Nobody
who else
that
was in
anyone
there?
cares
Who,
about, right?
No, who else was in there?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago, dude.
Was it Michael Clark Duncan? Was it Ving Rhames?
R.I.P. the guy.
Yeah, R.I.P. Green Mile. Okay.
R.I.P. Ving Rhames too. What Pulp Fiction? Fuck.
Okay, so what else do you want?
Jeez.
What else
That's
do you want to
made
bring up? Sony and Marvel made up. Spider-Man 3 is officially happening, which means Sony probably got a larger cut than 50%,
Yeah.
because that's what it was before. And
Jeez.
yeah, no, was it 50%? Maybe not. But Marvel fronts all the cost, and Sony gets just a cut or whatever. And I'm sure they want 50%. Maybe they were getting less than 50%. And they wanted 50%.
Well, they don't
Last
deserve
money
it.
Well, on a
in, first
standalone
money
Spider
out. That's
movie,
fine.
yeah.
They
maybe.
own the IP Spider-Man, Ross.
It don't matter.
It has been. There's been 3 Spider-Man franchises since the year 2000.
Yeah, and only one's been successful.
2. The Raimis were
Are we
amazing.
thinking
That's the
about,
one I was talking
are we
about.
Thinking
Well,
about
the new
the
one
success of
the new one
movies?
makes billions of dollars every. Well, maybe I think.
Well, that's built. That's not like work
That's
being,
Marvel
that's not. Yeah, exactly. That's.
But
not
have
work
you
being
seen him
done
yet?
by-
Then shut the fuck.
That's not work being done by Spider-Man.
Let's see how much they make post Endgame Avengers arc.
What we're not
Yeah, I don't
looking
think
at though
Homecoming
is
did that
merch. Like how much merch like this
Sony, I'm
Spider-Man
sure, gets
makes,
merch.
You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily how many people go and see it. It's how many kids line up to buy that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Spider-Man went from being like Spider-Man to like some like I don't know.
I mean, where Power Rangers, like the movie can fail, but they make so much on toys that it actually succeeded.
It's like Tobey
Yeah.
Maguire's Spider-Man was Spider-Man. This is what, like Spider-Kid? Does that?
yeah.
Well, Spider-Man
Well,
was a young teen.
yeah.
Like in the comics anyway.
The latest Spider-Man that I fucks with is with Miles Morales. That's my fucking guy.
You mean
I like
the
that movie.
Spider-Verse? I think that
Into
one's
the
that
Spider-Verse.
one.
Sony did that all by themselves too, so
Oh, yeah.
that made a lot of money. That won a Emmy. No.
Yeah,
Gra-
interestingly
what?
enough,
Grammy. Wait, what? Oscar.
Did you say a Grammy?
Grammy. Yeah. Emmy. Grammy. Emmy.
Well, there was a
Grammy.
lot of good music that came out with that too.
Oh, and the dude who's playing Raekwon in the Wu-Tang,
Yeah, Shamik Moore.
he was the voice of a.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that you won like an Emmy for like that. I'm like, isn't it like 3 episodes in?
Yeah, I already wouldn't.
And I've seen all 6, and it's just great.
Wu-Tang's for the
All right,
children.
Alex.
Wu-Tang.
Got a
for the
question for
children.
you.
Uh-huh.
Shakira or J Lo? If you had to have sex with one of them,
Well, Shakira, obviously.
He didn't even have to think about that, my G. He was like, "Yo, it's gonna be this one."
Well, have you
J-Lo-
seen Geely?
no, I haven't seen that movie.
There
Have
you
you?
go.
Have
There you
you?
fucking go.
Oh, that just turned you off completely.
She has Diddy miles. I'm not sure I want to be
What are we talking about?
P Diddy. She used to be dating him.
Oh.
Diddy.
Well, Shakira has fucking like
Puffalophagus.
Camel Unfiltered miles. She sounds like
Who?
Shakira.
What?
Didn't she get in trouble for some tax stuff? Like,
Shakira?
yeah, like a few years ago.
I don't know.
What?
I don't be following these.
Does
She kind of sounds like a dude. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I was gonna say, didn't she like marry like some like higher up in some like Latin American country, like either a president for life or
it's possible.
king
I
or
mean,
something?
That's a smart move right there.
Like she married very well. Not that she wasn't well off before that. you
She
know?
married up, are you saying?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's up to interpretation.
Because like after
I mean-
money, it's power, and that sounds like power. Too.
Oh, you could talk about the incel shit.
Exactly.
honestly.
It's like
Oh shit.
it's like just look at Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're both like powerful. Like they could consolidate power or they could not. You know, so it's
Yeah.
kind of like, well,
for sure.
Ross, as,
Oh
as
shit!
an
I forgot to
incel,
talk
Ross.
about this during the video game. Did we talk about video games already?
Yeah, well, yeah. You talk about Mario Kart.
Did I talk
We
about
can.
it?
Yeah, they're charging $5 a month for like the 200cc.
For real?
Yeah.
I hadn't got that deep into it. I could download it today.
200cc is like, oh, the computer is better than any player alive. Though.
Yeah, you get the 50cc, the 150cc, but to get the fastest 200cc, you apparently have to pay $5 a month. And
But you
there
can get
is
like exclusive stuff if you pay $5 a month
yeah,
too.
you don't get
It's like-
you don't get Mario right away either. Mario's behind the
No,
paywall.
I got fucking
Why? I never played with Mario
Peach
anyways.
first.
right. Mario's a
That's the
bitch.
first character I unlocked, and some other fucking character or some
Shy
shit.
guy.
No, it wasn't even Shy Guy. I would have been excited.
Yeah, you
about
don't
that.
you don't have data.
I think it's
you can't
Toad.
connect.
I think it's
Toad?
Toad.
I have a surprise tomorrow if we play video games.
Okay.
I have a surprise.
Sure.
I don't know how excited you should be about it, but I have a surprise.
Is it like
We should all meet up. And
a
play video
multiple
games.
player surprise?
We should all meet up. I can't say nothing about nothing.
Just fucking clam shut.
Snitches
all right.
get stitches. Audience,
For sure.
I only heard you laugh a few times.
Takash 6ix9ine. All right.
Tamagotchi 6.
All those memes. are
Audience,
so
what's
old,
going
dude.
on? What's going on with you? How's life?
Takashi?
Yeah, we
Ross,
should talk about
Ross,
snitches get
the audience, they
stitches.
can't hear us talking, okay?
What's up?
How's it going?
Dragon Ball.
It's what?
It's going.
Dragon
Good.
Ball.
Okay, that's
Budokai
good.
Tenkaichi
That's good. She said it's
6ix9ine.
going.
Fucking Takash.
Takashi's not getting witness protection, he said.
Yeah, right.
I had something I wanted to bitch about, but I can't remember
Yeah,
what
and,
it was.
and it's not opposite day, right?
Right? That's what I'm like, yo, you can't tell on that many people and like not get witness protection. And it's high
I'm pretty
profile as
sure-
fuck. Like, does he think
I'm
people are
pretty
not
sure
reading
he's
this?
going for the, like, live long enough to be a hero and die fast enough. No, wait.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, huh?
he must have got that shit.
when you
Dude,
live long
well-
enough to see yourself become the
Well,
villain.
Kurt Cobain got clapped, and he's a legend now. So, like, same with Heath Ledger. So I'm
He's
like,
fucking-
maybe he's aiming high.
I love how he's
Just
like,
like,
gut
holy
clapped.
shit.
Like, I still
It's like
believe
the
it was a
illest-
suicide myself, but we don't know. We don't know.
I'll keep my comments.
I don't know. Somebody that whiny, I could see it happening.
Wow, dude.
He didn't
Holy
even say
shit.
angsty or
That was
anything.
edgy. You're going to have to
Whining.
bleep that.
Why?
Because,
Like, I'm not bleeping that.
because they don't like when you do that.
Because Kanye's a fan of
They-
Nirvana. and
wait,
he'll come
wait.
after
Who
you.
is they, Bryce? Gonna have to.
I don't even
censor
know.
that.
Does our
Right?
last week's? I don't think our last
Dude,
week episode has any.
You know
views.
how much blowback
Really?
you're gonna
The
get for your
fucking speaker
othering by
heads?
using the word they?
That's fantastic.
So Bryce,
That's fantastic.
Bryce,
I
did you hear that only 150 people showed up for the Area 51 raid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're okay. We're stretching it.
There was no.
We're done. We're
there was-
stretching it.
There was no famous people.
There was
stretching
still a
it.
dude Naruto running by the reporter though.
Yeah, I saw that.
We're
That-
stretching for time. We need to stop.
That guy's made for life.
We need to stop.
Calm down, Bryce.
Do you have anything you want to say? Do you have a topic? Anything you want to plug that's not MLM? Ha! We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 podcast.